welcome back to my channel. This is a polymer clay scarf pin that I made yesterday, and why I got back into polymer clay is not a funny story, but I know I haven't done a video on this channel in a while, but I've been pretty involved in my Kelly Bell Stitches channel and floss tube as I've gotten back into my cross stitching. But yesterday during the day I took a break because I've talked about doing a doll exhibit with the Wiltwick Quilt Guild down in Accord, New York. I'm going to insert a clip of my actual The Change Queen of Dancing Waters in a little bit in this video. But yesterday I came downstairs and my other entry, which is named Sea Goddess, was crashed on the floor by my lovely cats. And if you would like to see the video where towards the end of my last, I think number, I don't know if it was 7 or 8 floss tube video, towards the end of that I show both the Change Queen of the Dancing Water, and I also show Sea Goddess. Well, Sea Goddess took a beating, and I'm not sure that I can get her in this frame completely. So if you want to see a full picture of her, I will try to insert one of her too. Let me back this out so you can see her base. Okay, so here is the base of my Sea Goddess. Now, this fish is the only original piece on the base of this work. There was nothing here. I did have to make something to perch here. And the seahorse, I think, is beautiful. It came out really good. And I will do a tutorial on how I made the seahorse. But my tortoise, my original tortoise, was destroyed. I mean, flippers broken, chewed apart, you name it, those cats did it. So I resculpted him yesterday. I'm trying to get him close enough where you can see. He has a crystal in his back. I haven't glazed the tortoise or the seahorse yet. And that's the seahorse. I think he came out adorable. And that's his back. And I will do a video on making one of these seahorses. I kind of made him up just looking at the Heartfelt Creation seahorse from their Under the Sea release. I just looked at that stamp and I sculpted him loosely based on that, very loosely. But the tortoise, the original tortoise I made following Christy Friesen. This tortoise I just made. I mean, it's pretty straightforward sculpting. And that's wire that they're attached to. And I used my E6000 to create those kind of seagrass things, and then it's covered with handmade papers and acrylic paint and glitter, and you can see the no-hole kind of sea bubbles that I've talked about getting from one of the websites that I used when I was making dolls. And there's the original fish, which is adorable too. Pardon my own whistleblowing or horn touting, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, so I just wanted to show the dolls that I'm making and say that I am going to do a video on sculpting the seahorse. And if you want to see, let's see, I can kind of lay her down. I don't want to pull this out too far because I really don't want to go on camera. Let's see. So if I pull back, this is what the top of the Sea Goddess looks like. And she has a crown, and she has a hand-woven wire collar with beads. This is a paper mache dress form that covered with acrylic paint and leafing paper. It's a dowel rod. I have it all attached together and well held. It's a heart-shaped base, wooden base. It's all held together with epoxy sculpt. And this was an online class hosted by Jean Bernard. I think it was a Yahoo group one. And I don't know that it's still available, but Jean Bernard is still around. She is a mixed media artist, doll maker, and really wonderful. But this is my take on her class. So this isn't exactly the class. It's kind of my rendition of it. I never follow the directions completely. So anyway, look for the tutorial on the seahorse. That's coming up too. And then this is just a scarf pin that I made yesterday with some of my leftover clay from the tortoise. And as you can see, this is the pin part. It's kind of a prototype because I just use regular, I think this is 16 or 18 gauge wire for the pin and for the base of the pin. And it's got a split in it. And so what you would do is you would put your scarf around your neck. It's probably too tight. Let me widen that out a little bit. There. You would put your scarf, your shawl, whatever your knitted item, and then you would take this little end cap off, exposing your pin, and this would go underneath your scarf, and this would go on the front as a decoration, and your pin would kind of come up through your scarf material. And I don't really have, I guess I can use my Ada cloth. This, by the way, is a hand-dyed fabric tutorial that I just did on my Kelly Bell Stitches channel, if you'd like to check that out. But anyway, you would put your pen down through the fabric, trying not to destroy my Ada as I do this because it is wire and it's not sharpened. Well, that's not going to work. Sorry, Ada. All right, we'll use the piece of eyelet trim that I dyed at the same time. So your pen goes down through the weave of the knit, and then it comes back up through the knit, right? Then you have your split there, so you find the split and you bring it up. So you have all of your scarf, in there. Then you put your cap back on. And in a scarf it would probably work better because you'd have more material. But then this pin helps to hold your, well, like I said, more material, your shawl or scarf in place. And it's a nice decoration. And I tried to keep it a little simple so it doesn't overwhelm the knitted item, which would be the highlight if you're a knitter. So this piece is glazed, and I really like it. Green's my favorite color. So I am thinking about making these and putting them up for sale in my Etsy store because I do want to open an Etsy shop. So I will be doing some of these to put on Etsy. And I will be doing a tutorial on the seahorse. And if you check, I will also insert my main piece for the Wiltwick exhibit. It's a wall hanging, so that'll be inserted now. So I hope that all of your days are colorful and that you're having a good summer in this hemisphere, or not too bad of a winter if you're over in Australia and the colder hemisphere. And until my next video, have a very blessed and happy day. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. Bye.